Hi everyone. I'm here today to test the SmallRig CPU 2494 phone cage. There's no better way to up the production value of your smartphone footage than by adding a few essential accessories. And that's not easy to do because a phone is not built to add accessories to for video. So this cage is the SmallRig 2494 universal cage. Now I have already the Pro cage, which fits my iPhone 10 precisely and no other phone. So when I upgrade, you have to buy a new one. But these are awesome, obviously much smaller. But the universal cage, you can take any phone, pretty much any size, and clamp it in quickly and have a platform to add all sorts of accessories. So as you can see here, I have right now, I have my iPhone 10 in the cage, and there I am. And I also have mounted a Sandmark wide-angle lens on the front. This is a great lens, very popular, and it really is a good lens for all-around vlogging or scenic stuff, whatever. Now, the cage brings these advantages. You can, one, mount your phone easily on a tripod with the cage, as I will demonstrate here. Now, I highly recommend, there are 1/4 screw holes that you can screw this right to your tripod threaded mount, but I would recommend getting Arca Swiss plates. Arca Swiss style clamps and plates are the way to go with tripods. You can buy these plates on eBay for pretty cheap, a couple dollars a piece, $3, $4. Have a handful of them for all of your gear, and you just clamp it onto any of your tripods that have an Arca Swiss holder. And that is the way I clamp all my gear to my tripods, with the exception of my large video tripod. So again, you can see that advantage is that you can clamp your phone to a tripod. A tripod will greatly enhance a lot of your video work. The shaky stuff, is no good. And obviously when you're standing 10 feet in front of the camera demonstrating something or talking, you can't hold the phone. So a tripod is number one. Also on these cages, you can mount accessory lenses really easily, like I did here. Now this universal cage has sliders, as you can see, this red knob. And by the way, everything on this cage is aluminum. There is no plastic. There's hard rubber lining to protect your phone inside, which is really awesome. There's linings here and on the clamps and in the corners and so on to totally protect your phone. Otherwise, it is entirely aluminum, including these knobs. I really like that. So these knobs will adjust. This one on top will allow this cage to slide open, and there's a couple stainless steel rods in here that will allow it to slide open for really large phones. And also the lens mount will slide up and down and back and forth to align with your phone's camera lens. So really great there. And also on the top there are two cold shoe mounts, and there is one 1/4 mount, 1/4 threaded hole. There's a 1/4 threaded hole on the left and on the right where you can mount other accessories, and there's a few on the bottom. Now, if you get a handle, you need the HSS 2424, which has a single threaded screw to go into the single hole on this particular cage. Now, I just kind of put my dovetail mount on this. Even though it's meant for 2 screws, I just put one on so I could demonstrate, because I do not have the 2424 handle. But you can put this on and you have a great handle, which gives you a lot more purchase when you are loaded up with gear and going handheld. Now, speaking of loading up with gear, these mounts can take something like this Rode. This is a Rode Link receiver for my Rode Link mic. I'm using on the camera that I'm shooting with right now my Wireless Go, which is a Rode Wireless Go, and that's a tiny little square receiver that will slide into one of these. You could also put a, you know, a Video Pro or some sort of boom mic on here, shotgun mic, and it will hold it just fine. There's a clamp that SmallRig sells that is about $22, I think, right now on Amazon, and it screws onto the side here with a single screw, and it clamps your iPhone cable going into, let me plug it in here. Your cable goes into your phone to receive the signal from your wireless receiver, and the clamp holds it. It clamps on that so it cannot possibly be pulled out. So that's a nice accessory. The phone is held by a spring-loaded clamp here, which is all lined with rubber, and it is very strong. So you will never worry about your phone falling out of this cage. The cage itself is plenty large, as is, for hand holding. It gives you a lot more to hold on to than just a phone, especially with the gear on. And so you can pan and do whatever you need to do. With the handle, it's even more convenient. So really like that. So yeah, I want to just tell you that SmallRig stuff, I'm a huge fan. I have several items from SmallRig, and every one of them is awesome. Just a win. I really, really like their stuff. So, you know, the machining, the finish, the functionality of it is really top notch. I have no hesitation in ordering SmallRig gear where it fits my needs. So you may want to check it out, the SmallRig CPU 2494 with the HSS 2424 handle. And if one other kind of cool thing, when you're videotaping, a lot of times you run low on power, and they make a portable power bank holder that screws into one of the 1/4-20 threads, and it's a clamp that will hold all of your typical power banks that you use to charge your phone and so on. So when you're out there and you're running all this stuff, sometimes your phone just runs low on power. You can put a power bank on and go shoot all day. Run that power bank into your phone for charging, and you're good to go. Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and hope this helps someone. Thanks for watching. It's a quick shot of the Pro cage, but one thing I want to point out about the handles is that they have an extra cold shoe and 3/4-20 threaded holes on the top. That's a great feature. On the bottom of the handle, there's storage and an included Allen key that is so cool because it's held in with a magnet. So you always have an Allen key with you to adjust your cage.